What's going on, everyone? It's your average consumer, and today I've got a review for you guys of the Logitech UE 4000s. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, here we have the Logitech UE 4000s, and as many of you may know, I'm a fan of the ultimate ear headphones Logitech has come out with, such as the UE 6000s, 9000s, and now the 4000s. What I love even more about these headphones is that they all cost nearly half of what they originally cost when they first debuted. On Amazon, you can find the UE 4000s for about $40, and I'll have a link down below in the description so you guys can see for yourselves. Hopefully this isn't a bad sign for the line, and if it is, I suggest picking these up while you still can. But on to the review. The UE 4000s are built like your standard pair of headphones and have a pretty small design. No part of this headphone is large, but they aren't foldable, which hurts a bit in the portability department. However, these are still a very compact pair of headphones. They sport a pretty thin look, and this is great for travelers since it also causes it to be pretty lightweight. They also come with a very nice zippered microfiber lined travel pouch. This makes traveling with it a cinch since its flat design allows it to be thrown into a bag with no problem. And to be honest, I like the all black low profile design these offer, minus the fingerprints that tend to show up on it. It isn't flashy, but it has its own little style to it with the different bends on the headband and the ear cups. However, if you do want something that stands out a bit more, there are other color options like white or even purple available. Now, don't let the small frame fool you, these are actually pretty durable, which has been the case for the other headbands in the UE series as well. I'm glad to report that even with its lower price tag, these don't suffer from a cheap build. It is made of plastic, but it can also handle accidental bends and twists like a champ. For a headphone in its price range, the materials are pretty sturdy and also very comfortable. The headband has a pretty soft padding at the top, as do the ear cushions. They feature an on-ear design, which means they'll be pressed directly on your ears rather than around them. Some people aren't fans of on-ear headphones because they don't like the pressure of the headphone pushing against their ears, but I find that the soft cushions make it really easy to listen to these with no problem. You can even rotate the ear cups a bit to conform to your ears and head shape. It does come down to personal preference if on-ears are for you, but for headphones in this category, the UE 4000s are quite comfortable overall. The UE 4000s also come with a detachable tangle-free cable with an inline remote that works with all Apple devices, and of course just play and pause with Android devices. The cable also has a raised jack, which is great for mobile use, especially if your device has a case on it. But it's finally time to discuss the sound. I'm actually pretty happy with the sound considering the price of these bad boys. Now, I'll be honest, the sound is pretty much what you would expect from $100 headphones, but what's great about these is the fact that you can find these for less than half that price. It did decently with most songs that I threw at it, and I found that the bass is pleasantly present without being overpowering by any means. And for those of you who love bass, you actually get to feel it a bit more due to the on-ear design. Vocals are somewhat clear, but the high-pitched sounds can come off a bit muffled, but I don't think it's too noticeable. Overall, the sound quality to price ratio makes these definitely worth the buy, especially when you consider the overall quality of the headphones. At $100, I would think these are pretty decent, but at $40, this is an absolute steal. I think this is the perfect pickup for the average consumer who just wants a nice pair of durable headphones with pretty good looks and sound. As long as you aren't expecting these to sound like the Sennheiser Momentums, I'm pretty sure you'll be happy. At this price, they also make a great gift for someone interested in some headphones, as long as they're not like an audiophile. Now that we've spoken about the quality of the headphones, let's take a look at what they look like on. So, here you have it. Very small, compact design, like I said. This is the headband, very slim. And there you go. And like I said, guys, these are very nice at only $40. So if you're not willing to invest $200 to $300 in some headphones, these are a very, very solid option. I would recommend them for the average consumer who just needs a quick pair of headphones to throw on and travel somewhere or, do whatever they got to do. So these are very nice at $40. The only thing I would change about these is making them foldable. But since they aren't foldable, that's the only drawback. But they do have a very nice carrying case that you can use to try and throw it in a bag or anything and just take it wherever you have to go. So not a lot of drawbacks with this, especially at $40. So they do get my recommendation for the average consumer. And before we close out this video, here's a quick message from our sponsor. Hotspot Shield is a free internet security and privacy solution for all of us who want to safely surf the web without worrying about hackers or suspicious people all over the net. So you're able to do this through Hotspot Shield's VPN, which is a virtual private network, which will provide you some awesome security when you're browsing the web, doing online shopping, doing online banking, anything online that requires some privacy. And what's also really great is that you can do all of those things from your mobile device. So if you're jumping on Wi-Fi networks wherever you may be, you're actually able to use Hotspot Shield to do all of those activities pretty safely without worrying about anybody lurking on that Wi-Fi network and stealing your information. So being able to have that security even when you're on your mobile device is definitely really awesome. And if you guys are interested in that, check the link down below in the description and sign up, and you'll get started right away. And just want to say thanks again to our sponsors over at Hotspot Shield. And that's about it for this review, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely be awesome and hit that like button. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to get more content from me. And that's about it, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.